off, and for now, red lights on, bikes revving, and they're off now. Looks like Azlan Shah, great stuff from him, and Ahmad haiqal as well. And it looks like Kasma Daniel had a bit of a fumble at the start there. He's not had the greatest one, but here comes the Azlan Shah and Ahmad haiqal. Kasma right at the back of Daniel Haiqal now. Osama as well, he's gotten a good start. Looks like Rajini, he's got a bit wide, and Osama, he's going to get into fourth. Oh, Rajini blocks him off at the second turn. But it looks like Azlan Shah, he's pulling away a little bit. Kasma's going to have to make his way past Ahmad haiqal soon if he doesn't want Azlan Shah to get that gap ahead. And it looks like Kasma, will he make the move at turn 4? And he's not close enough. This is a bit different now from race 1. Can these two hold him up? It looks like Kasma, he's got it on the exit and just walks past Ahmad haiqal, gets in front of him, and now he has to hunt down Azlan Shah. This is a big task ahead for the BMW riders. Can they hold off the charge? And it looks like Kasma already, he's closed the gap between himself and the man in first, Azlan Shah.
Perlumbaan yang baik ditunjukkan oleh Azlan Shah Kamal Zaman dan juga Ahmad haiqal dengan Kasma ketinggalan sedikit di awal perlumbaan. Namun kita menuju ke bahagian yang kedua, South Track, antara bangsa Sepang ni, dan Kasma telah melepasi Ahmad haiqal dan sekarang ini berada di belakang Azlan Shah Kamal Zaman. Bagaimana Azlan akan awal sangat untuk nak cakap bagaimana dia nak menutup ruang untuk menghalang Kasma, kerana Kasma ternyata memang sangat pantas, sangat laju dengan jenteranya dan tunjukkannya semalam, dan sekarang dia terikat di belakang Azlan di awal perlumbaan dan menuju ke Selekoh turn 15 dengan Azlan berada di depan. Dan semalam Kasma dari awal sampai ke kesan penamat, tapi kali ini Azlan yang mengambil lap pertama selaku yang berada di tempat yang pertama, dan Kasma tempat yang kedua. Tapi ini sangat awal kerana Kasma semalam kita lihat as perlumbaan berlangsung, dia mendapat kelajuan yang lebih walaupun dia seorang. Semalam saya dah katakan sewaktu ulasan, walaupun dia perseorangan, tidak ada pelumba yang ditekanan dari belakang, tidak ada pelumba yang perlu dikejar di depan, tapi dia sentiasa konsisten dengan catatan masanya dan melakukan masa yang terpantas semalam sewaktu perlumbaan. Jadi itu menunjukkan bahawa tiada tekanan pada dirinya pun. Kasma berjaya untuk menangani perlumbaan 2:07.831. Catatan masa yang dilakukannya terbaik semalam sewaktu perlumbaan, dan sekarang ini dia mengejar kedudukan Azlan Shah bersama yang berada di tempat yang pertama.
It looks like in race 2 is being much better for Azlan Shah. He's been able to keep the lead for now. But Kasma, he is on the charge. He's got the fastest first sector. And Ahmad haiqal again, much faster top speed than the rest in the top 5. But I think that with that much power, I noticed that he's been struggling at the exits because the usable power that you have on the exit is not as much, because he's going to have struggles in having the grip there. It looks like quite the battle here between Muhammad Shukri and Kuchi Yen. Sama Marai, he's in front of the pair of riders. They're trying to keep up with the likes of Osama. For now, it looks like Muhammad Shukri is still trying to make the pass on Kuchiyan, but is unable to get close enough on this lap at turn 9. For now, Kasma Daniel fastest through sector 1 and 2. Here at the front, looks like Kasma has made the move on Azlan Shah, and now it's down to Azlan whether he can close the gap. Looks like Kasma still has the edge on every sector. It's just hard for Azlan to keep up, but so far he's doing a much better job than in race 1. And for now, he's going to get good slipstream into turn 15. He's going to keep that gap very small. Looks like he's trying to line up a move, but just can't make it past. So Kasma's just too strong on the brakes. And it's really
nampaklah cuba untuk masuk bagian dalam, tetapi seperti yang saya katakan tadi, terlalu laju untuk Azlan masuk di bahagian dalam untuk memintas. Dan sekarang ini terpulang kepada Azlan untuk mengikori Kasma dan mendapatkan ruang untuk memintas jika didapat pada striking distance untuk dia lakukan. Tapi buat masa ini seperti semalam yang kita saksikan, Kasma memiliki kelebihan dengan jenteranya terlalu laju di depan yang sukar dikejar oleh lain-lain pelumba, termasuk Azlan Shah sendiri yang ketinggalan jauh di belakang. Dan sekarang kita boleh melihat Kasma mula menjarakkan diri, melarikan diri di hadapan untuk dapatkan healthy lead untuk di tempat yang pertama, sementara Daniel Haikal di tempat yang ketiga. Inilah kumpulan E. Kori sahaja kedudukan dua pelumba di hadapannya. Tidak ada pressure kepada pelumba ini dari belakang, dan tumpuan dan untuk memberikan tumpuan ke depan, melihat di mana kedudukan Azlan Shah akan bersama untuk mengejar.
Daniel Haiqal, he's like I mentioned before, whenever he has faster riders in front of him, he's able to try and follow their lap times, and he's done a really spectacular job so far. He lapped a 209.1 on that previous lap, and it's showing that he's improving every race. And for now, the gap is big, but he's managing to maintain that gap between him and the front two. But for now, Kasma again fastest through sector 2, and he's still faster through sector 1 than the likes of Azlan Shah or Ahmad and Haikal. So it looks like Kasma is just going to build this lead as every lap progresses. He doesn't have to take a risk. He knows that he can do 207s, but doing a low 208 is enough to extend that lead that he already has. And for now, at the back of this grid, the B group's having an interesting mix now. All the riders are more or less bunched up in the same sector. It looks like Mohamed Shukri, he's under threat by Kuchi Yen. Apologies, that's Teo Yu-jo that's behind him, one of the other Suzukis. It looks like Teo Yu-jo, he's trying to line up a move there at 11, but he's just unable to make it past Mohamed Shukri. For now, they go down into turn 14. Mohamed Shukri still having that advantage. He's trying to catch up to the likes of the other Suzuki Kuchian in front of him. It looks like Osama Mare, for now, has got them at bay. He's not really pulling that much further ahead, but he's in a comfortable lead ahead of them for now. Kasma came across on that lap with a 207.727. Azlan Shah setting his fastest lap of the weekend at 208.0. So Azlan Shah has not given up on this fight. Perhaps something has gone much more his way in terms of the setup. For now, here comes the Suzuki of Teo Yu-jo, and he makes it across on the straight. That Suzuki's top speed is just that much faster, but Mohamed Shukri, he's trying to close the gap.
Ini adalah persaingan dalam kumpulan B yang berada di belakang Teo Yu-jo dan juga Kuchijen nombor 66 dengan Mohamed Shukri Matsuki nombor 88. Perebutan di hadapan dalam kumpulan ini, sementara di depannya adalah 44 Osama Mariai. Jadi ini yang agak rapat dari depan, agak jauh, kerana Kasma Daniel melakukan dua jatuhan terpantas dalam dua sektor yang pertama. Dan di belakang ini perebutan yang kita ada battle untuk kumpulan B sekarang ini. Kuchiyen rapat dengan Shukri Matsuki, dan satu lagi TV Jin Michael Stone juga rapat di belakang Raja Nazim Iskandar. Teo 0 satu saat di belakang Shukri Matsuki pula satu saat di belakang Kuchiyen. Ini perebutan yang kita sedang saksikan. Mereka berada di belakang Osama Mariai. Jadi ini adalah 66 dan 88 serta 16 oleh Teo Yu-jo. Sekarang yang berada di depan adalah Kuchiyen dengan Teo yang telah melepasi Mohamed Shukri Matsuki yang ketinggalan sekarang ini, dan Teo Yu-jo masuk untuk menambah tempat di hadapan antara Kasma yang lakukan masa 2:07.727 saat. Itulah cara terpantas Kasma dalam perlombaan setakat ini. Antara tempat kita berikan pada battle antara tiga pelomba dengan Mohamed Shukri Matsuki ketinggalan di hadapan antara Kuchiyen dan Teo Yu-jo. Masih lagi Kuchiyen yang berada di depan. Teo Yu-jo nombor 16 mengikorinya. Mereka sampai ke turn 15 sekarang untuk masuk pada tempat kami duduk ini. Dapat kita lihat di luar semakin mendung. Daniel, dan kita ada 6 lap lagi untuk habiskan dalam perlombaan ini. Ada 6 pusingan untuk mereka cuba secara battle masih lagi teruskan di antara Kuchiyen dan Teo Yu-jo serta Mohamed Shukri Matsuki. Ini perebutan untuk tempat yang ke-6 dan tempat yang kedua dalam kumpulan B, kerana Osama Mariai yang berada di hadapan dalam kumpulan B ini, dia meninggalkan di belakang gap 2.5 saat. Tapi di belakangnya ada battle antara mereka bertiga, dan ini memberikan kelebihan kepada Osama Mariai untuk dia memperbaiki atau mengekalkan kedudukannya di hadapan dalam kumpulan B.
Yeah, right now there's a big battle here, but Teo Yujo, he goes on the inside of Kuchian and he makes it past that turn 4. But can Kuchian bite back as he comes into turn 5? Not close enough. Looks like Teo Yujo, he has the advantage, and now he's gonna have his eyes on the Yamaha YZF R1 in front of him. It is quite a bit of a gap, but he can still have the time to match that pace and reel him in, because he did a 17.1 whereas Osama did a 16.9, so the time difference is not much at all, and he's still very much capable of reeling the R1 in. And look at that, the gap already from Teo Yujo to CY to Kuchian. And it looks like Muhammad Shukri is trying to make that move on the inside of Kuchian, but just unable to again at turn 9. It looks like Muhammad Shukri is always nearby into the space of being able to make the maneuver, but just unable to get in deep on the brakes enough to make that inside line. For now, we're just looking at this battle between these two riders for the B group. Muhammad Shukri now closing the gap on turn 12 and 13, and nearly there. Nearly made on the inside of 13, but now he has to try and line up for the back straight. He gets behind Kuchian. He's going to get good slipstream, and Michael Luke Stone has crashed out here. I think this is somewhere at turn 11 by the looks of it, or turn 10. So it's an unfortunate exit now for Michael Luke Stone. Yeah, I can see that in the body language he looks really unhappy and sad that he's out of this race for now, but nevertheless we focus our attention back to the front straight. Muhammad Shukri again, as close as ever, but just unable to make that move. And Teo Yujo, he's come across with his best lap of the race, 2:16.9. Osama Mariai, looks like Nick Hadi, Nick Mahmoud, he's crashed out as well. Was this an incident between himself and Michael Luke Stone? Because they were more or less at the same part of the track. It looks like Nick Hadi, he's down on the ground, so I don't know whether he's perhaps received an injury due to that incident. But for now, looks like Teo Yujo, he's hunting down Osama Mariai. It looks like he's gotten the faster lap on the previous lap with a 16.9.
Ya, Nick Hadi nampaknya kali kedua dia dapat memakan perlumbaan kerana dia juga DNF semalam dalam perlumbaan yang pertama. Sementara kita masih lagi berikan tumpuan dalam kumpulan B persaingan di antara pelumba ini Muhammad Shukri Marzoki yang sekarang ini berada di belakang Kuchian kerana Teo Yujo dia tadi telah pun berada di depan di belakang Osama Mariai. Sekarang soalannya, dapatkah dia mengejar Osama Mariai yang sekarang kita lihat ini jarak antara kedua pelumba. Ini adalah perebutan dalam kumpulan B, kerana dalam kumpulan A Kasma jauh meninggalkan lain pelumba masih menantikan untuk sampai Azlan Syakam Zaman. Gap 2.3 saat antara Kasma dan Azlan. Not so bad kalau bandingkan semalam. Pada ketika ini dia telah pun dalam 11-10 saat di hadapan. Jadi ini 2.3 saat, maksudnya Azlan dapat untuk berikannya mencabaran kepada Kasma, walaupun Kasma sekarang ini berada jauh di depan dengan best time 2:07.727. Di belakang kita lihat Osama Maria yang sekarang ini masih lagi tempat yang pertama. Kembali di depan kita lihat Kasma Daniel dan Azlan Syakam Zaman. Azlan terus berikan cabaran, terus berikan untuk mengejar Kasma Daniel, walaupun jarak kita lihat semakin lebar antara kedua pelumba ini, antara Kasma dan Azlan Syakam Zaman. Sementara Ahmad dan haiqal tinggalan lebih jauh di belakang. Jadi kali itu pulang pada Azlan, kenderaan Zakwan pada perlumbaan kali ini, dan menyaksikan Kasma Daniel diberikan cabaran oleh Azlan Syakam Zaman. Semalam waktu ini ketinggalan dalam lebih kurang 8 saat, tak silap saya, ketika perlumbaan berbaki 4 pusingan lagi akan tamat. Tapi pada kedudukan ini nampak sukar untuk ulang.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a tough job for Azlan Shah right now to reel back Kasma, but I must say in regards to lap times, he's doing a much better job. He's lapping within the mid to higher 2:08s, but it's been good because the gap between himself and Kasma is only within 2.5 seconds. So this can be progression for him in race 3, perhaps if they can find a different setup or improve on what's missing or what's lacking, I should say, for Azlan Shah's bike. Maybe they can close the gap further in race 3 and he can have a proper fight till the end for the win, to become for first position in the MSBK 1000 category. Because for now, Kasma still looks dominant and he's still lapping in the lower 208s. For now, looking down the order is Ahmad Daniel Haikal. He started to lap in the 210s after he lost sight of Azlan Shah's bike. But he's still doing a top job. He's only 8 seconds behind on the previous lap. But just as we said just now, the gap wasn't much between Kasma to Azlan. Now it's increased to 4.3 seconds, and even for Ahmad Daniel Haikal, it's increased to 12 seconds. So that is consistency, because Kasma has just done a 207.7. But on that lap, Azlan as well did a 208.0. So they're both consistently fast, but
ya, tapi catatan Azlan tidak dapat untuk rapat dengan catatan Kasma. Walaupun Azlan catatan masanya 2:08.069 tu adalah lebih jauh baik daripada semalam yang dilakukan 2:09.255. Tapi selagi apabila Azlan agak konsisten dengan catatan masanya, tapi Kasma lebih laju di depan. Kita berikan tumpuan kepada Teo Yujo kerana ini adalah battle di Lita. Untuk dia mengejar Osama Mariai bagi tempat pertama dalam kumpulan B. Dia semakin hampir. Perbezaan antara Osama dengan Teo sebelum ini adalah 1.4 saat. Sekarang bagaimana? 1.1 saat. Jadi dia semakin merapatkan jurang. Jadi ada jurang gap semakin rapat antara Teo Yujo dan Osama Mariai yang sekarang ini tugas untuk Osama bertahan dari Teo Yujo yang semakin hampir. Teo Yujo berlumba dengan baik pada hari ini. Dia tadi battle dengan Siwaiku dan dia berjaya untuk lepas Siwaiku dengan Syukri Mazoki, dan sekarang ini mengejar Osama Mariai. Dan ada lagi dalam 2.5 pusingan untuk dia lakukan. Ada masa lagi untuk Teo Yujo kerana dia sentiasa memperbaiki catatan masa dia. Terpantas di sektor yang pertama secara peribadi catatan terbaiknya. Di sektor yang pertama maksudnya dia semakin laju di depan. Catatan masanya yang terbaik 2:16.484 berbanding 2:16.752 oleh Osama. Tadi dilakukan 2:16.484 berbanding dengan Osama 2:16.752. Dia semakin pantas daripada Osama dan semakin hampir di belakang Osama.
yeah, looks like Teo Yujo once again in sector 2 as well. He's reduced it. On each sector, he's reduced it by nearly 0.2 seconds. So that gap is shrinking now, and Osama's going to feel the pressure. He's going to hear the Suzuki Gixxer right behind him, and there we go. Teo Yujo right on the back wheel of Osama Mariai, and it looks like that move will be coming at any time soon. Teo Yujo looking very strong at the fast flowy bits. Osama just seems stronger on the exits, but where it matters, it seems, is Teo Yujo who has that advantage. And now we're just looking for that third sector, because that's going to be a big difference now. You see, Osama now, he's pulled it slightly further, but Teo Yujo is very strong down on the part of turn 14, as we saw in the past few laps. And here he closes it again. And in terms of third sector timing, Teo Yujo again faster by 0.2 seconds than Osama Mariai. I think he's going to line up this move on the coming lap, because it's the last lap that will be coming on as after this one that they cross the flag. Apologies. For now, it's turn 15 between Osama and Teo Yujo, and they come across the line now. Still the same position that they were in the last lap, but that gap has decreased.
Nah, Osama sedar di belakangnya ada pelumba yang mengikori, dan rapat ini adalah battle antara Osama dan Teo Yujo di antara Suzuki yang menunggang Suzuki GSX R1000R dengan Yamaha R1 yang ditunggang oleh Osama Mariai. Dan ini adalah Ku Chien yang ketinggalan sedikit di tempat yang ketiga, tapi dia agak tenang di hadapan Muhammad Syukri Mazoki. Itulah penentuan tempat ketiga dalam kumpulan B ini. Lihat gap yang mana dia ditinggalkan oleh Teo Yujo 8.2 saat sekarang. Teo Yujo dia dalam race ini memang semakin baik berbanding dengan semalam, dan dia ada lagi masa sebenarnya, kerana pada second distance yang ada ini nampak seperti Osama cuba untuk lari adakan gap, tapi Teo Yujo tidak saya mengejar. Mereka ada 1.5 lap lagi cuba untuk lakukan, seperti Daniel katakan tadi, maybe turn 15 last lap akan menentukan.
Yeah, one thing that Teo Yujo has to do is really plan this carefully, because the Suzuki seems to have a bit of an edge, especially in terms of power. So he's going to have to make sure that he lines it up just so that Osama can't bite back in the mid of the corner. But for now, Teo Yujo, he's maintaining that gap between himself and Osama, and it looks like Osama's unable to really extend the gap. It's been the same since we started this lap. But it looks like Terujo, with each sector, they've either matched each other's sector time or Terujo has been that much faster. And even in lap times on the previous lap, Osama did a 2:17.0, but Terujo did a 2:16.5.
11 second Kasbah di depan Azlan. Walaupun tadi dia agak perlahan.
Yeah, that's interesting because there's an issue with Kasman's bike. There is an issue with Kasman's bike. Kasman then has an issue with his bike.
And this is the last lap.
On the last lap especially, yeah.
Dan Azlan semakin mengejar. Adakah dia sengaja memperlahankan kerana dia jauh di depan atau tapi nampak seperti dia lihat ke bawah, melihat pada motosikalnya.
He was looking at his right foot back and he's looking back now. I think there's a shake of the head. Something is wrong with Kasma Dennis' bike. Something is not going well for him. So this is Azlan Shah has arrived at right behind Kasma. On this lap it was 11 seconds and Azlan is right behind Kasma now. So something's really wrong with Kasma's bike. And Azlan Shah, he's just going to walk past Kasma now. And Azlan Shah is in the lead of the race for the MSBK 1000 race 2. What a change this has been now.
Ya, kerana tadi kita lihat bagaimana Kasma ada 11.3 saat berada di depan Azlan. Tapi Azlan berjaya meminta sekarang ini dan sekarang ini Ahmad dan Haikal juga semakin hampir dengan Kasma. Kasma semakin perlahan, nampak je Ahmad Daniel Haikal yang semakin hampir. Tapi Azlan akan sampai ke selekoh turn 15. Azlan melihat di mana, menjeling sikit melihat pada Kasma. Dan Azlan akan sampai ke penamat menangi perlombaan. Dan sekarang ini tempat 2 dan 3 antara Daniel Haikal dan juga Kasma. Tapi Kasma sampai terlebih dahulu untuk tempat yang kedua Ahmad Daniel Haikal. Tidak tahu apa yang berlaku pada jentera Kasma. Kerana Kasma 11 second, 11 saat di depan. Satu jarak yang sangat jauh di depan Azlan Shah. Waktu masuk di lap yang terakhir ini.
Kasma there raising his hand at, Azlan raising his hand at Kasma, wondering what happened there because it looked almost impossible that Azlan was going to win this race and the impossible happened.
Ya, dan Azlan. Tapi di mana kedudukan Osama dan Teo Yujo yang kita tinggalkan tadi kerana mereka bersaing untuk tempat pertama dan kedua. Ini dia. Masih lagi Osama pertahankan kedudukan depan. Tapi nampaknya ada jarak sedikit di antara Osama dan Teo Yujo. Teo Yujo perlu untuk mengejar sekarang ni long straight line menuju ke turn 15 tapi jarak yang agak jauh.
He compromised exit for corner speed on that turn 14 and that's why he didn't get a good drive and that's where Osama just managed to pull away and it looks like it's not going to happen this time with Terujo. The gap is just too much. He was faster in the first and second sector but every time it came to the exit Osama was just that much stronger and it looks like Osama will be victorious for the MSBK 1000B category. Terujo in second place.